YouTube, before I forget to do this for another week, maybe another month, let me do this real quick. Last time we left off here, just saying it's been a while. It's been like a month. There's quite a bit of music. So I finished the Twin Fantasy, re-listen. It's amazing. I love that album, and I really highly recommend. Hold up. Okay. Recommend. Slight recommend. Honorable mention. Nah. Recommend. Oh, recommend. I don't know if that caught that. I really hope it didn't. Let me just announce it. Crack the Sky by Mastodon. No, I'll give my thoughts on it later. Daughter of Darkness by Natural Snow Buildings. Thoughts on it later. You will never know why. Sweet Trip. Recommend? Sure. Two Airship / Exploder Falls. Candy Claus. Recommend. Chaining the Catachon by Deathspell Omega. Honorable mention. Midori album. It's the one with the anime girl, just saying. Recommends. Highly recommend. Third, Portishead. Oh, it's not even out of the frame in the next one. Oh my god. There we go. Third by Portishead. Recommend. Death Consciousness, Have a Nice Life. Highly recommend. Strawberry Jam, Animal Collective. Nah. Thoughts on it later. Honorable mention. Thoughts on it later. It's out. Thank you. Oh my god. Honestly, honorable mention. Not a re-listen. Slight recommend. Slight recommend. Honorable mention. Heavily recommend. That's a re-listen. So I'm gonna give thoughts on this. I'm sorry for the odd camera angle. There's just an album cover that is very, very not good for YouTube, probably. For thoughts on Twin Fantasy, amazing. Genuinely, you can't go wrong. Even with like a 16-minute song, I just forgot. I'm eating a French fry. Yeah, there's a Brave Little Abacus album. This is like one of two, and the other one's over there, right there. Really good, very consistent, great production. Like as far as like emo voice goes, I don't see the problem with emo. It can be corny sometimes, but bro, the production goes fucking crazy. It's kind of nuts how hard the production goes. I didn't really expect that, honestly. I'd say this production goes really hard, but I just didn't enjoy it. I understand the concept of it being able to loop like another album that I've re-listened to, but I just don't think it's as good as their previous one. This one, I'm in Your Mind Fuzz, which just overall has a better feel to it. Not it's what I like more than Bandana, Freddie Gibbs. As much as I slap that man's bald, dirty head, rub on his beard a little bit. Oh my god, he's so sexy. It's not great. I'm gonna be honest. Like, the re-listen really enlightened me to how kind of not amazing the album was. Of course, it's good. It's not worth a recommend. Andrew, you gave me this one. You know what it is. Oh, speaking of Andrew, was that before? That was definitely after. It was around this area. Well, Antidotes. I gotta say, it's kind of consistent. If you understand Andrew's taste, you'll like this. Mr. Kravik, I don't understand your taste fully. I do have to say there are some pretty good highlights on there. If you're really willing to listen to like an hour of pretty good to get some highlights or see if there's any, go ahead, man. Black Future. This is like one of the more more heavy music I've listened to recently. Like most of the music I've ever listened to isn't this bad, except like Death Grips, maybe. Like it's not that bad. And I gotta say, it's great. It surprised me. I have to say, some of it seems corny. Like to me, I'm not used to it. It seems corny. So that's all my notes. It's great though. Again, the other Brave Little Abacus album. Great! Amazing production. Again, who would have thought? I kind of like zoned out for a lot for both of the albums by just doing shit. So I don't pay attention to lyrics that much, unfortunately. I'm sure he's saying some absolutely wonderful or sad or happy shit, whatever they say in emo music. Let me turn this down. Now for the hey, look, I got a candle going. Now for the blank one. Crack the Sky by Mastodon. I hate the vocals. The vocal pair with I like the instrument. I don't like the vocals that much. In all honesty, there's like 2 songs, 3 songs on here that I would say are pretty good. But for the most part, it's kind of like the pop effect, where it's like it's a bad taste, but it's not a bad quality. You know, it just tastes bad. You're just not used to it. At least I'm not used to it. Yeah, this is what? It's probably metal, right? I don't know. I mean, to me, it reminds me of like medieval action sequence metal, if that makes sense. Daughter of Darkness, Natural Snow Buildings. I didn't listen to this because it'll take too much of my time. Please, someone, go listen to this. It's an ambient album. It's on Spotify. Not fully on Spotify, but it is on Spotify, part of it. It is like hours long. Most albums are like an hour. This is like 6 or like something like that. It's very long. I don't really want to spend my time listening to that. You'll Never Know Why by Sweet Trip. Really good. Really great. I don't know what to say about it. For the most part, though, it doesn't fit my mood. Like, I like the album, don't get me wrong, but it doesn't fit my mood. Not that's what at the time, when I listened to it, I was like, yeah, it's pretty good though. 2 Airslip / Exploded Falls. This was like alternative soundtrack. This is great. It's only 2 songs, but they're both like 12, 18 minutes. I'm telling you, both are fire. Both are great. Amazing. They could have been split up into a couple more tracks, I'm gonna be honest. Both are amazing. Definitely worth a listen. Chaining the Cat is Sean. That's what I listened to it in class. It's like 30 minutes, I think, or like 20 minutes. A song. It's a single song. It's an EP by Deathspell Omega. It's still great. It's really good. The production's great. It's not good enough to merit a 20-minute song on CP. I guess it's decent enough if you're really curious. Yeah. The Midori album with the girl, the one I can't really show because of reasons. The anime girl. It's really great. Production's great. I like the jazz parts of it. I didn't expect that going in. I really, really like the jazz parts of it, mixed with the more rock. And her fucking absolutely amazing screaming vocals, and even the singing ones. Really good mix of everything, honestly. And then the outro being like a really long, really nice instrumental track. It's just a really nice cherry on top. I can do this now. I can you Third by Portishead. Not what I expected. I guarantee if I give it a re-listen, I'll think of it higher. It's still really good. It's like rock, a little bit of electronic, and I didn't expect female vocals. I don't expect female vocals most of the time, just because they're not very common from what I listen to. Surprisingly, really great. I can't say much about this one. It's an OG one. This is like early on in my career. This is music career, music listening, like spectrum. I listened to this early. I still find it amazing. I didn't actually re-listen to it, but it's still great. Now, this kind of falls under pop. My opinions on pop are solid. This was about as good as Antidotes. It's a lot shorter though, which is nice. Somebody go listen to this. Tell me highlights. I really don't feel like re-listening to this. This 2-hour long ambient. Someone do it for me, please. I'm not doing that. Sound of Silver was pretty. I listened to another LCD Sound System album earlier, like a while ago, and it was pretty good. This one's also pretty decent. It has quite a few highlights, quite a couple not great ones, but pretty solid, honestly. Untrue Burial. I could not get into the mood for this. I'm gonna be dead ass, fully honest. It's impossible. I couldn't figure out how to get in the mood for this. It's very ambient, but also very. It's a specific ambient. That's how it feels like. Someone go re-listen to this. I will re-listen to this eventually, but not in anytime soon. I really need the right headspace. Whoa, chill out there, camera. Can I put my? Yeah, I can put my thing. In rainbows. A lot of hype around this album. I want to say a lot of hype. I mean, like Radiohead fans saying this is a masterpiece. Really great. I do agree with them. It's very good, honestly. There's a lot of songs. Like, most of the songs people find great, I also find good. That's kind of how it goes. I don't have many other comments about it. You can hear the train too. Can you see it though? No, my window's closed. Well, Paranoid. I don't know if I gave my original thoughts on this. The one thing I do like about it, this is like an alternate version where all the songs are split up, which is fucking amazing. Why don't they do this every time? Why do they need a slash song? Why does it need to be longer? Please, Tyler, the creator, you're at fault. You do this every single album. You have one song, even a couple. Remember on Wolf where there's 4 at once? What is wrong with you, Tyler? Please, just split them up. It's not that hard. Sure, even that 4 combined conglomerate song is great. All together. You could fucking change them. It doesn't matter, bro. Come on. Devil Go to Raging Sun. This is emo. I'm gonna be honest. This reminded me, if you guys remember, the ending of one of the Transformers movies had this like outro song to it. The entire album reminded me of that. Reminded me, fucking George Morgan. I don't even know who that is. Okay, the album was really good though. Really, really good. Great production. The vocals, I expected to be corny, and that's what I got. So I don't know what else to say about it. It is emo vocals. You kind of just gotta accept that. Tim Hecker drops another fucking banger. I don't know how this man makes goated ambient music. Like, really nice ambient music. And then just, like, he's chill with it, bro. He's so chill with it. I don't understand how he does it. The other two, Rave Death, like 1973 or something, that's one of my favorite albums of all time. Albums, not even ambient albums. That's one of my favorite of all time. How does he put that out? How? This is still a really good one. I'm gonna be honest. Ending solid. Everything's really good. You can't really. What do you expect from ambient is what you get from ambient. I'm gonna be honest. I really don't like early 2000s or like 2000s rap, 2000s hip hop. There's only a couple exceptions. MF Doom, who's just generally different, or maybe Pusha T and I forgot his name. I'm sorry. Whoever you are, Pusha T at least has some pretty good verses. I hate the production on here. The production is very hit or miss in my opinion. It can be good or it cannot, and then sometimes it's just terrible. The one with Pharrell Williams, is that his name? Pharrell Williams? I don't remember. Well, that dude, the dude from the Minions stuff, that one was pretty good. I can't lie. Oh, I gotta charge my phone. It's gonna be a long upload. Agaloch, Ashes Against the Grain, another metal album. It's been a while. Really ambient metal, really long and lengthy. I think the first two tracks are like 9 and 10 minutes, and they're both amazing. So, really good album. I really recommend it. Instrumental's great. I think like my brain kind of switched off midway, and I just kept thinking all the guitar riffs were really corny for some reason. I was like, why? Bad taste in my mouth. Re-listen to Donuts. This is like Nonagon Infinity. It is a infinite loop. I mean, I guess for Nonagon Infinity, you can play it like whichever way. It's like that one TV show with Giancarlo Carlos on Netflix. You can play it in whichever order you like. Yeah. And then I've listened to like 2 songs, and it's great. Chavez. Oh yeah. Other things. So, and Silent Alarm re-listen, a lot better than I thought. I'm not gonna recommend it. Do I still have it up? I don't have it up. I know I do. No, that's not it. Okay, I don't have it. I don't know. What am I supposed to? What am I supposed to show then? Tough. Well, I did a Silent Alarm re-listen, and it was better than I remember. A lot better. When I say better, I mean Silent Alarm was like maybe a 7-7 before. It's not like an 8-1. Greatly consistent. Has some really nice songs, but it's not like amazing. 9-3 is kind of crazy on Andrew's part. I'm not gonna lie. Really good honorable mention, like a pretty like decent honorable mention. And I also listened to Dead Bergenson, something like that, which I had to download. Really good. It was like 20 minutes, I think. Really nice short EP. Really distorted. It was like really grainy. It felt like I was listening to it off of an old vinyl on a broken player. It was really vibey. Really good. I don't know if you can find the YouTube video. I got it off of Google Drive. Like anything you pirate most of the time. It was great. It was really good though. Recommend that one. Yeah. How I listen to it? I guess I've done re-listens. Hold on, let me scroll down. Yeah, I think this is safe to show for the most part. What have I re-listened to? Okay, I re-listened to this. Way better than I remember. I honestly might recommend it. It's at the very least a high honorable mention. If you really want to, you don't really have to go out of your way. It's a great album. slight recommend. Could I show Windswept at Dawn? I can't really do that. This one, recommend. Just outright. So good, man. This is such like a different, weird genre. This is hip hop. And they turned it into something really good. R.I.P. I think Energy Reserve got split up, right? I don't think they're doing music now because of one of the members died, unfortunately. But they made this masterpiece out of it, which is a way to turn a bad situation into a great listen. I'm halfway through listening to this, and I gotta say, way better than I remember. Really solid. Really solid. I tried. I got really bored. I didn't get bored. I got really distracted with other things. I tried for this one too. It just didn't happen. I tried for this one too. It just didn't happen, bro. I listened to a lot of things earlier, right? I re-listened to this. Recommend. Honestly, great instrumentals, great voices. You can't miss, really. I've basically re-listened to it. I've only have like 2 songs left. Pretty good jazz album. Yeah. If you listen to this, slight honorable mention. Not my favorite thing. Black Thought is amazing at his job, at spitting bars, at being very like narrative and stuff, poetic. I tried listening to this. I literally fell asleep in class. Technically I did re-listen to this, and it's even better than I thought. So a very high recommendation. I re-listened to this. Slight recommendation. There's some really, really solid songs on here. Amazing, I gotta say the same thing here, but there's worse lows on here. GZA, I'm sorry, bro. But, like, man, it is what it is. I did re-listen. I feel like I re-listened to this earlier, though. I don't know if I pointed these out. I re-listened to these two. Slight, or, like, honorable mention. Recommendation. No, that's my merit on that. I re-listened to this. I probably said this in other videos. I feel like. Well, recommendation. Slight recommendation. High honorable mention. Have I re-listened to anything else? I don't think so. Well, that's it for the video, guys. If I don't upload next week, I'm probably gonna upload in another 2. Like, have a good day, guys. I love y'all.